This is Neil Berman for the Unbuttered at CES 2010. I'm here at the MSI booth with Vera Chen, and Vera's going to talk us through some of the exciting new products that MSI have brought. So, Vera, we're here at some of the X Series laptops here. What's the concept behind the X range that MSI is bringing?
Okay. In the past, for notebooks, you usually, in the past it's a little bulkier, it's bigger and heavier. So we come up with a concept that why can we come up with something thin and light, still you can have performance to your everyday work. So that's why the whole concept of X series. And last year we come out the first generation X series, which is the the 340, the 400 series. And this year we redesigned the IDs. For example, this one, the X350. You can see the chrome design on the edge, on the touchpad. Touchpad is enlarged. We also introduced the new chocolate keyboard. It's more solid than last generation.
And I've noticed it definitely does feel a lot more solid. I mean, last year I was at your booth and I was very excited by the original X320, and it did feel, certainly on the keyboard, it felt like there was a bit of flex, and this definitely does feel like a much more solid device.
Yeah, we also realized that, so that's why we redesigned the whole thing and we come up with a much solid product. We also introduced a multi-touch touchpad this year.
Okay.
So this year you can pretty much also redesign the surface. You can feel more comfortable and less fingerprints on it.
Okay. And then over here we've got slightly larger models.
This is the 14-inch, this is the 13-inch. The 14-inch also have a special feature which is we call switchable graphic. So in the last generation we only have the integrated Intel graphic. Yeah. However, this year we also built in the ATI 5430. So if you want to go out and you want to save your battery, you just use the integrated graphic. Yeah. However, when you're at home and you can plug in and you can just by simply one touch, and then you can use the ATI integrated discrete graphics.
Right.
It gives you more performance out the graphics.
Okay. Yeah. And is there a significant price premium that you pay to get that discrete chip?
Well, since this is a brand new product right here, pretty much this line, the 14-inch, will all have the switchable graphic built in. So you don't have to worry about this one. The one you're getting has the switchable graphic function. So every export on the 14-inch switch will have it.
Okay. Yeah. And then there are some slightly larger screen ones here.
This is the X600, which is a 15.6, still 16:9 ratio. Also, you can see you have the numeric keyboard here, so easier for you to work on it because people might want to work on. This is more like a stay-at-home piece of notebook. However, we still make it stylish. Yeah. It's not like you put it home and then you don't have to. The product doesn't have to look ugly if you don't.
Yeah.
Just put it home.
Sure. And I mean, is it still built around the same concept of being lightweight if you do want to carry it? Do you know how heavy this actually is when it has the battery in it?
Compare the 15 with the 13, of course, it's much heavier, and it's not for everyday travel piece. However, if you compare with all-in-one products right now, compare with other competitors, you still can say it's still light.
Okay.
It's much lighter than the all-in-one you see out there.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
And then, do you want to show some of your new netbooks?
Of course. This is X Series X600, and this is pretty much I would say 1.5 generation. It's not a brand new. We have the second generation of 15.6 over there. Okay. This one we just changed the keyboard and do some chrome design on the edge. Okay. But let me show you there the new X620. Yeah. It's right here. And the new thing about it, you can see the touchpad we redesigned, the surface different. It also comes with the switchable graphic. And then also this time we put in the optical drive in there.
Oh, okay. All right, so that's really then a stay-at-home,
Right.
it's like desktop replacement.
Exactly. So at home, it's pretty much all you need. It's right here.
Okay, cool. And are there any new netbooks that you've brought here?
Yes, it's right. This year we come out with, cooperate with Intel. We come out the Financial-based netbooks. For this one, it's a 135, which is the next generation of our previous 100. And that's we've been famous for.
Right. Yeah.
I saw the lot.
I've actually got two of those. I got one. My wife's got one.
Right. The chassis is about the same. So we redesigned the patterns, and then also two main things we improved is really large. It's about 20% larger than the previous generation. It's still improving. You can see some of the touchpad out there is really small. It's hard for you to work around. And also we implement the chiclet keyboards. Also, our full line we implement this keyboard because it's solid, easy to type on.
Right.
You won't mistype.
And does this one bring the dual core Pine Trail CPU, or is this still a single core?
It's a single core. It's a single core. Because we think for this kind of network, it's a secondary, the second piece. So we're trying to control the price. We keep it low for everybody, so they can have a second piece for travel or for easy use. Just go out to the cafe and just browse the internet.
And have we seen like a battery life increase compared to the previous generation of the Win?
Of course. For this generation, the 6-cell, the last generation is about 5.5 hours. For 135, you can the same battery. You can use up to 7 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's about
pretty good.
It's like one-day computing now. I mean, you can sit in front of the computer for 7 straight hours. And if you think 7 hours is long enough, we have also 160. It's a brand new design. It's also Pine Trail. We use the M450 CPU. However, because of special design, this one with the same battery as 135, this one can run up to 9 hours. Okay. 9 hours.
And is that because you're using some kind of power-saving technology inside it?
Yeah, we have the power-saving technology exclusive developed our home. So especially on this model.
So is it that you're using a solid-state drive in here? Are you able to talk about what the power-saving technology is?
The power-saving technology is we try to reduce, when you are not plugging with the AC adapter, we try to minimize the application.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It detects automatically.
Right. Okay.
And for this one, also it's very lightweight. It's only 2.2 pounds for a 6-cell battery, and it runs 9 hours. And brand new design, and also we enlarged the touchpad.
It looks really great. Well, thanks very much indeed, Vera. It was a great tour, and this was Neil Berman for the On Button at CES 2010 with MSI.